Next 10 minutes we will discuss some important current affairs. July 29th is the World Tiger Day. Global Tiger Day. July 29th is the World Tiger Day or Global Tiger Day. There is a convention for tigers. Can you name it? There is a convention for tigers. St. Petersburg Convention. It's a very important convention for tigers called St. Petersburg Convention. And from July 25th to July 27th, we have a summit called BRICS Summit. BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. The summit was held at Johannesburg, South Africa. BRICS Summit was held at Johannesburg, South Africa. It's a very important thing. In BRICS Summit, they have discussed about Iran issue, and BRICS countries wanted to have peace deal with Iran, wanted to continue the peace deal with Iran, and BRICS countries also discussed about world monetary order, proper order monetarily in the world, means equal level playing field for all the countries. That means you all know the trade wars in the world present trade wars. They wanted to have a proper global order in monetary terms so that no country will get affected by the present trade wars. They have anticipated that. And next important thing, they wanted to establish proper peacekeeping for BRICS and trade, tourism, all these issues also they have discussed. So BRICS, the present BRICS Summit is 10th BRICS Summit. 10th BRICS Summit. And there was an article in the Hindu paper yesterday, the Big Five at 10. On July 31st, there is an article, the Big Five at 10. Here, 40% of the world population are in BRICS countries. 40% of the world population are in BRICS countries. That means you all know China, India is in BRICS. So surely there will be 40% of world population in BRICS. 22% of world GDP is in BRICS. BRICS countries produce 22% of world GDP. And BRICS contingency reserve they have established. BRICS New Development Bank they have established. BRICS contingency reserve like IMF, like International Monetary Fund, they have established contingency reserve. They have established New Development Bank, NDB. And the word BRIC is coined by Jim O'Neill of Goldman Sachs Company. The word BRIC is coined by Jim O'Neill of Goldman Sachs Company. And after South Africa joined, it became BRICS. The first summit of BRICS was held at Ekaterinburg, Russia. The first summit of BRICS was held at Ekaterinburg, Russia. So this is about BRICS. And UNSC reforms. United Nations Security Council reforms. As you all know, 5 permanent members of UNSC. 5 permanent members of UNSC. America, Russia, Britain, France and China. They wanted to perpetuate their veto powers, and new countries, newly emerging countries like Brazil, India, Germany, all these countries are asking for opening up of UNSC permanent seats. UNSC permanent seats. This is also an issue which the BRICS has to address. BRICS have to address this issue also. And you all know, BRICS also discussed about 4th Industrial Revolution. 4th Industrial Revolution or Industrial Revolution 4.0. First Industrial Revolution 1.0 is steam engine. Industrial Revolution 2.0 is electric engine. Industrial Revolution 3.0 is computer technology. Industrial Revolution 4.0 is artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, robotics, all these things. That's called Industrial Revolution 4.0. This is what is the outcome of BRICS Summit. You have to completely read this. The article is very important and all the IR students have to cut and paste this article to your notebook. BRICS, Big 5 at 10. Big 5 at 10. A next important article, Hun Sen, Cambodian People's Party won the elections in Cambodia. The leader is Hun Sen, HUNSEN. Just remember this name. Cambodian People's Party leader Hun Sen again got re-elected and he again is the premier of Cambodia. Just remember this name enough. The next important article, Data Protection Bill, very important. As you all know, first time right to privacy have become a fundamental right in Puttaswamy versus Union of India. Last year there is a judgment called Puttaswamy versus Union of India where right to privacy was considered as a fundamental right. And based on this, you all know Aadhaar card issue where biometric data and geometric or demographic data is being collected. And government argued that right to privacy is an elite concept. Right to privacy is a elite concept. So now all these things were addressed and people demanded for privacy law. Various experts and intellectuals demanded for privacy law and data protection bill has been introduced based on the recommendations of Sri Krishna committee. Data protection bill has been introduced based on the recommendations of Sri Krishna committee. But here you should understand 2-3 points. Number one, people have the right to protect their data. They are called data principals. They are called data principals. The authority which holds the data on behalf of the people, the authority which collects and holds the data are called data fiduciaries. They are called data fiduciaries. And whenever you are using the data of the people, there should be informed consent. Whenever you are using the data of the people, there should be informed consent. The consent should be taken from the people, only then the data should be used. Otherwise, there will be strong penalties, serious penalties. All these things were discussed in the, and there should be authority which will actually enforce the act. The Data Protection Act will be enforced by data authority. There will be authority. There will be a special authority which should be constituted. This is next important thing. And apart from that, you have one more thing that was going on from last 3-4 days. Prevention of Corruption Act 1988. Prevention of Corruption Act 1988. Amendments were passed by the Parliament to the Prevention of Corruption Act 1988. Not only taker of bribe, but also giver of bribe is equally liable. Not only taker of bribe, but also giving the bribe is also a liability. Now it will be punished. And punishment for bribery is increased. Punishment for corruption increased. Now 7 years. And corruption have become a heinous crime. Corruption have become a heinous crime. If any government officer have their assets disproportionate to their income, he will also be booked. Assets disproportionate to their income, he will also be booked. And apart from that, section 13 clause 1 clause D, which is controversial, now it seems that it was dropped out. Now it was dropped out. If a government officer uses his discretion and if it is beneficial to somebody else, generally he can be suspected. Now recently, 2 days back, there was a news that that provision was dropped out. So all these are the important news from the last yesterday and today. These are the important news, and today's paper will discuss tomorrow.